Pacharla ecotourism camp in the middle of the jungle in Nallamalai hills. This is as good as it gets. You cannot ask for a better place to stay and enjoy nature in these parts of the world. The jungle camp itself looks like a miniature Nallamalai jungle. You don't need to leave the place if you don't want to. You can have a halcyon day or two. So stop thinking about it and do it. Gazulapalli is the last frontier of civilization before you enter the Nallamalai jungles. And where does the jungle begin? When you reach the Lakshmi Narasimha Swami temple bridge. That's where it begins. And from there it's all dense jungle. It's a fantastic ride through the jungle on Highway 544, which is one of the finest stretches in these parts of the world. I reached Pacharla, spent a good load of time there, and then moved on. I rode to go to Bogada tunnel and the Dorabhavi viaduct, which is very famous in this part. So I'll list that eventually in this video. And from there, I moved on to Diguvametta, one of the finest towns in these parts of the world, which is on a higher altitude. And this entire patch of the jungle was strewn with man-eating felines once upon a time during the British Raj. But now the times have changed. I could hardly spot one now. I rode a good 2 hours on a stretch that any sloppy rider can cover in 45 minutes. Reason, this Nandyala to Gazulapalli, Highway 44, Giddalur Ghat Road, is one of the finest roads. You have to enjoy the landscape. You have to take in the wonder, the beauty, the philosophy, the spirituality. You have to have an awareness for nature. That's all I'm trying to say here. But for a random cheetle that dashed across the road, all I saw was a few monkeys strewn lazily on the road, but ever alert and aware of the quick and painful death under the wheels of the vehicles that ply this highway, especially in the dark. These monkeys are alert, even with both eyes closed. My ride today covers 5 places or 5 small towns: Gazulapalli, Basavapuram, Chelama, Bogada and Diguvametta. And if you have read any of Kenneth Anderson's books, and if you're a fan of Kenneth Anderson, especially the story Killer from Hyderabad, I'm sure you know all these places by heart. Many leopards and tigers, all man-eaters, roam these parts, which was part of Madras state during the British Raj. Let's just say it's like a pilgrimage for people who love Kenneth Anderson. What you see afar, those pillar-like structures, they are actually pillars, the remnant pillars of Dorabhavi, meter gauge railway viaduct of the Nallamalai hills. This arrangement was removed after the gauge conversion into broad gauge. Now it runs through 2 tunnels, Bogada and Chelama. That new broad gauge railway line, you can catch sight of it on the right side. The beautiful massive pillars of the Dorabhavi meter gauge viaduct railway line is all that stands now. And that's all I'm here for, to take a look at it, spend some time around. That's all. If you so wish to know or see how the meter gauge railway line looked, which was knocked off in 1993, go watch this movie called Bobbili Raja, a Telugu movie, a fairly decent movie. Watch it. The final scenes, the climax was shot on this railway line, and the bridge was intact at that point. It's actually a beautiful one in the movie. It was well shot, and it captures the bridge. The action sequence is glorified, mostly because of the bridge, the dense jungle, and that's how I like to think, being the lover of this place. Just like these pillars, once a marvelous structure connecting Nandyala to Bezwada, Ram Gopal Verma, the director of the movie Bobbili Raja, which was shot in 1990, which had the final scenes on this very bridge. is reduced to pandering to the masses. Well, who cares? He captured this in Babil Raja. That's all I care. Kenneth Anderson hunted tigers and leopards, man-eaters of course, in these parts of Rayalaseema. Why? Take this place. Gazulapalli, Basavapuram, Chelama, Bogada, Diguvametta, all these places. These were tiny hamlets in the middle of the jungle. And Diguvametta especially, it was on a higher altitude compared to the rest of the district. So it gave a kind of a cooler climate. That's not the point. The point is it had ample water resources in the form of reservoirs and lakes. So what? Simple. Steam locos needed water. So this place was used as a watering stop for trains. And that created a lot of man-animal conflict. So trains come and stop, a lot of human activities away from the train station in the outer, and that's where the tigers had a field day. The man-eaters were so bold that they literally entered the railway station, the premises of the railway station, to hunt down people. I'm sure by now you can tell that I'm lost. I could start for directions, but who do I ask? The boulders, the trees, the dashed monkeys, or what? Nothing. I was doomed. So I rode on. But I was lucky, as we all get.
నమస్తే. ఇది రౌట్ ఎటు పోతుంది?
ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళాలి మీరు?
నేను అహోబిలం పోవాలా?
గజులపల్లి అని వచ్చి ఉంటుంది నీకు ఫస్ట్.
పచ్చర్లో వచ్చింది.
పచ్చర్లో బ్యాక్.
అటు పోవాలా? ఇటేం వస్తుంది?
గిద్దలూరు, ఒంగోలు గిద్దలూరు.
ఓ,
ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చారు?
నేను హైదరాబాద్ నుంచి వస్తున్నాను. లేదు మాచర్ల నుంచి వచ్చినాను, అక్కడ ఆగినా, అక్కడ నుంచి వచ్చినా నేను. పాచర్ల పోయి అక్కడ నుంచి గాజులు పచ్చర్ల
దాటు ఆటో స్టాండ్ వస్తే లెఫ్ట్.
ఓకే,
లెఫ్ట్ తీసుకో, అహోబిలం వెళ్ళొచ్చు రుద్రవరం మీద.
ఇప్పుడు పోవచ్చా? అలో చేస్తారా?
కొంచెం సెంట్రల్ ఉంటుంది, అక్కడ అడగండి.
ఓకే, అక్కడ స్టేకి పర్వాలేదా రాత్రి పూట?
స్టే కాడ నుంచి ఆళ్ళగడ్డ వెళ్ళొచ్చు మీరు. ఆళ్ళగడ్డ
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్స్ అండి.
లేదంటే స్టే అంటే ఇక్కడ మానంది ఉంది. మానంది ఉంది, ఐడియా ఉంది.
25 కిలోమీటర్లు వచ్చిన.
సరే,
20 ఉందిలే కానీ స్టే కావాలంటే మానందిలో స్టే చేసుకో ఈ రోజు నైట్ అక్కడ ఉండి. అది దేవస్థానం ఫేమస్. మానంది ఐడియా ఉంది.
లేదు, నాకు పొద్దున్నే లేచిపోవాలి మళ్ళీ అహోబిలంలా. ఇక్కడ ఉంటే మళ్ళీ పొద్దున్న లేచిపోవడం కష్టం అవుతుంది.
ఇప్పుడే వెళ్ళండి మీరు.
అహోబిలం వెళ్ళిపోవచ్చు. 2 hours వెళ్ళిపోవచ్చు కదా?
వెళ్ళిపోవచ్చు. 2.5 hours.
థ్యాంక్స్ అన్న. అందరికి హ్యాపీ న్యూ ఇయర్. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్స్.
గాజులపల్లి నుంచి లెఫ్ట్ తీసుకో.
ఓకే,
అడుగు అక్కడ ఎవరినైనా.
వాళ్ళు ఇట్లా పోతున్నారు, గాజులపల్లి సెంటర్ పోయినాక ఇట్లా లెఫ్ట్ గా ఇట్లా ఇరుటే ఆడిపోయి సెంటర్
అల్లగడ్డలా
గోపులంలో నుంచి నర్సాపురం పోయినాక నీకు అల్లగడ్డ. నర్సాపురము, ముత్తులూరు, అల్లగడ్డ. అట్లా.
థ్యాంక్స్. థ్యాంక్ యూ. So that's what that is. I had a feeling I was going in the wrong direction, but I didn't give a shit because it's so beautiful, so scenic.